Hey guys, coming at you here with a little deadlift video. I'm going to use the same video that we just had on there on the screen, and then going to talk about some specifics. Alright, so I want to point out one thing real quick that he is really making sure to make a point of emphasis is just engaging your core. So anytime you're lifting from the ground, any kind of squat exercise, you need to make sure you're trying to pull your navel or your belly button towards your spine. It's really going to help hold that. The intention or purpose for your core muscles, abdominals, is really to control and protect the spine. And so if you are not actively attempting to engage that muscle before you go about lifting, you put your spine at risk and a lot of those other areas around there. So that's the first thing I would just make sure that anytime you're squatting, anytime you're doing that, is you're actually actively engaging that. All right, from here, we're really trying to focus on the start position of the deadlift. So this is probably the most troublesome or difficult, I guess, area on the deadlift is the starting position. There's a lot of injuries that can occur, a lot of problems that can occur from lifting poorly. So he points this out in the video. If you notice how his hips are back, his back has a little bit of a 45-degree angle upward. His chest is directly over his ankles. Now I'm going to play this video for you, and what you're going to notice is that his elbows do not bend. So probably the most common thing that I see is that people will flatten their back so that the top of their back is actually here and it becomes more of a flat back rather than more of an incline. And then people bend their elbows and they use their bicep muscles and their low back to pick this bar up off the ground, which is not what we want. What you want to do is get that weight before you pick it up. You want to use your forearms to really kind of handle and grip the weight so that the weight is hanging, and then push up through your heels to where this chain stands directly up, where your knees will come back and your hips will end up coming forward and up, rather than trying to bend and use bicep and back. So you'll notice here as I play this, I'm going to turn this volume off. As he goes upward here, what this is going to look like. So I'm going to try to slow that down here real quick as we're looking at this. So from here you can still see that his elbows are locked. He's not using his low back and biceps, and he's still maintaining this angle with his back. And the exact same thing as I pause it here in between again, and then he's able to stand directly up. So that pressure, he is using his heels to the middle of his foot to be able to apply that pressure upward. And then as he comes back down, he is able to actually maintain that exact same position. So he kicks this back, his hips back, and he's able to bend his knees. Notice the elbows are still locked out as he sets it back down. Now as he comes back up again, he's not bouncing the weight. He's not actually going through and using his biceps again to pick that up. So just make sure you're maintaining that posture as you pick that back up. He's talking here about activating his core. He's keeping his eyes and chest up, back, and maintaining a good position there. All right, so that's it for the deadlift video. We'll have some comments and then on a Google form, some for you to fill out.